Let's start off with He-Man, Jordan. Okay, here's the deal.
I have the power.
I need you to know no one heard that as it completely cut it all out. But it's an excellent beginning, Jordan. Nice try. Valid try.
Adam, when you hold the magic sword, what do you say?
By the power of Grayskull.
Go on.
I have
Now you're ready.
It seems the prodigal prince has returned. I am a devil, but I mean to be a god.
What am I supposed to do?
You are he who will restore peace to Eternia.
Skeletor took my family, and he destroyed our world.
I'm gonna fight for it.
Again.
I've become fixated by my settings. Sorry. So yeah, there's two parts of me.
You gotta
There's,
futz around off stream. That's when you gotta do it.
I know. Anyway, there's two streams of thought when I was watching this. Number one is I think it's really best represented by when we were driving home, and Jordan turned to me and went, "This was bad, right?" And I went, "Yeah, it was bad, but I still had fun. Like it is the stupidest movie I have ever seen in my life. It is so dumb, but I still had fun."
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those. I mean, I said and I maintain it. As long as you go in with the like it is exactly what you think it's gonna be, right? Like it's big, it's dumb. To me, it slides right in there with the early 2000s. You're bringing the 80s thing into the modern day and trying to make it serious, but it's just impossible to make it serious. And this one is just also mixing to me. It really reminds me of in that vein of like it's silly and goofy of like Thor Ragnarok. It mixed that kind of energy in. And for me, with the mindset that I had when I was going in and where I was at while the movie was going on, it was everything I needed it to be. But
Okay.
then again, I'm not a fanboy when it comes to when it comes to He-Man. I know very little about it. I know it's a muscular guy gets a sword and suddenly he
No,
has extra power.
he's not muscular before he has the sword, but this would
No,
mislead you to
I'm
believe that
saying
he's
when he has the sword, he's muscular, is
like
what I'm
pretty
saying.
sword. So okay, so like there's the part of me that does this. That is like, okay, we gotta go be critical, and so were I to be critical, number one off the bat, this movie is, and it sat in development hell for like ever, so it reads that way. This thing feels like it's two, perhaps three screenplays, different versions of screenplays that have been just absolutely mangled and mashed together into one Frankenstein of a fucking screenplay that is tonal whiplash. Like it's got horrid tonal whiplash. Where one moment it can't take itself seriously, so it's undercutting every single moment. It's doing the Marvel thing where it's undercutting every single moment with a joke, and it's not necessarily working. Jordan, talk. Respond to what I just said while I fix this.
I mean, that's where I say it reminds me, but I think that this was one of the better movies, but it reminds me of Thor Ragnarok. I keep saying that because that's what it makes me think of in terms
Well,
of
yeah,
its energy
I
and
could
its
see
and
that with
its
its pop, with the pop. Yeah, I could see that in terms of aesthetic.
not even just it's a,
Aesthetic.
yeah, not even just it's that, but like the way that it's directed and the way that it feels,
Yeah.
the energy that it's bringing, just a lot of it reminds me of that.
I could see why you would say that. I'm now really nervous about my sound settings, but I could see why you would say that.
Do you want me
Um,
to turn my sound up and see if I hear you?
no, don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if I can't figure out if it's an OBS setting, because right now I can hear myself talking in my own ears, and it's really distracting. But it's like jumbled and garbled, and I can't tell if it's because the microphone is picking up and I'm getting a feedback loop. But see, now it's not happening. I don't hear myself talk, and I cannot. And it happens week to week, and it's been driving me mad, and I can't figure out how to stop it.
It might be your cable is bad.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Thor Ragnarok. Tonal issues. This movie has way worse tone issues than Thor Ragnarok does, by like a wide margin. One moment they're like they're doing, they want, okay, this movie seems like it's two movies. It seems like at one point it was Adam is trapped on Earth, and the question of whether or not he is from Eternia is like, is he crazy or is he from Eternia? Like, that seems to be the direction that they were going for. And then it seems like there's another screenplay where it's a 100% sincere, genuine attempt at doing what is the show. And that's the stuff where he's like clear-cutting guys with a sword, and he's like sword fighting Skeletor, and like the dad, spoiler alert, the dad dies. Like, all that shit is from a completely different movie where you're like,
yeah, it's
so
to me
undercut.
it feels. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, it's so undercut by the next immediate moment where the next scene, literally the next scene, they're doing jokes, and you're like, this is tonal whiplash. Sorry.
Ooh, I hear screaming on your end.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was gonna
may now respond to what I said.
No, I know. I keep hearing screaming, and it's really distracting. Like through your mic from the behind you, from the kids that are playing outside.
Yeah, it's gonna have to deal with it.
Sorry. What was I saying?
For some reason.
What was I saying? It's really distracting. James Gunn. No, it's gone. I've lost it. I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember what I was saying.
You can really hear it. That's really annoying. Hopefully they're gone. We're talking about He-Man. Tonal issues.
Yeah, what you said tonal issues. Oh yeah. Now I remember. Mine's like a lazy Susan. It definitely feels like maybe that one where it's like silly and goofy and like more like the cartoons or whatever, like the honest homage or whatever.
Yeah.
That stuff kind of feels like that was the original version, and
Yes.
then the other stuff where he lost
yes,
in the human
totally.
world
Was
feels
completely
like
added
that's
on.
executive
Absolutely,
notes.
you're right. It totally, yes, absolutely. I was thinking that during the opening bits where he's on Earth, where I'm like, this feels like the bit where he's telling his backstory to the date feels so tacked on. Like,
I definitely understand. I definitely understand what you mean. It's just, for me, I guess it's an example where like I kind of expected that.
Oh, see,
Like I expected there to be I expected there to be. I never thought we were going to get a full movie where it was full Saturday morning cartoon. I expected it was going to be like a Speed Racer, where there's similarities, there's things, but there's always the studio medley.
Don't get me wrong.
Transformers, or any number of the 80s things, G.I. Joe, where it's like you get things that are cool in it, but there's also a lot of disappointing shit.
Like this,
that's kind of what I went into this expecting. I was like, if I'm lucky, we get some dope ass like fighting scenes and we did. So that's why I'm like, I was pretty content with everything I got out of it, because it was better than I was expecting.
Right. Like look, that makes it sound like I don't. It's not a very good movie, but
I had a great time watching it.
I had a delightful time, but like.
But like, I was also incredible. I don't know if I should, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's large portions of it where I'm like, I don't know anything about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
So it meant nothing to me.
But I know this is wrong. I like there's so much of it. Like, I know that obviously He-Man's not a fucking weenie. I know that Adam's not a fucking weenie. I know that words they use in the movie, by the way. I know that there's even the person we were with was like, turned to them and went, yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't go to Earth. I don't think Earth is ever. I'm pretty sure we've Googled this before. I think the only time Earth has ever been involved in the He-Man story was with that live action movie, and I think that's supposed to be an homage to that. But yeah, you're right. It does all feel it feels like executive meddling.
Well, it feels like it feels like an executive saw their script and they were like, okay, and maybe this is just the cynical part of my brain.
On.
But it feels to me like they saw the original script for the movie or whatever, and they were like, okay, how can we? Marvel is hot right now. Thor is hot right now. Chris Hemsworth is hot right now.
I really think you're thinking too much of Thor.
How do we capitalize on that? Because you got a magic blonde guy who comes to Earth, loses his magic weapon that gives him all of his powers.
I really don't.
And then has to go back and save his homeland from the bad thing.
I see the comparison. I really think that's incidental.
He-Man in this movie really is just.
I think that's a
Thor.
I think that's just a weird coincidence. That is a coincidence. I admit I hadn't noticed until you pointed it out. But anyway, let's talk about the good shit, because there's a lot of good shit. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
All of the action sequences are fucking tight as like shit. Like, it's easy to see everything.
It's great. It's great, and the music is great.
Everyone gets a cool moment. Like, everyone gets a cool moment. Every character. But it's just like, it's one of those things where, like, if you're a fan of He-Man, I don't think you're gonna like this very much. But because I'm not a fan of He-Man, I'm kind of fucking digging this. The best part of this is Jared Leto as Skeletor, who absolutely nails it.
And he did a good job. I didn't even realize it was him until I got to the credits.
Right? He understands the assignment. Like, he knows that Skeletor is a character who thinks he's cool but isn't.
Yeah, but he also recognizes that in a live-action movie, there has to be at least a little cool, and so there is a little.
No, that's just it. That's just it. That's the thing. That's what's great about this version of this character is he's not cool. Like, none of him is cool.
I disagree.
There's moments where he appears cool, but that falls through. There's several moments where that falls through, and you find out that no, that's all a facade.
I disagree.
There's nothing better than a character who thinks he's cool but is not cool. It really is the modernization of because
I don't agree. And I don't think in this version, like, what you're describing is a Starscream, and he's not a Starscream in this.
Absolutely is a Starscream in this.
No,
There's
he's not.
So many moments where he giggles and he chortles. And that is Skeletor.
That doesn't make but that doesn't make him a Starscream. A Starscream is a person who's a loser. He's not a loser.
He's absolutely a loser.
No, he's not.
That's the whole gag with his character in this movie.
He's like the Joker. He does
these posturing.
He laughs, but because he's insane.
He does these posturing moments of like, oh, I'm so cool, and then they're undercut when he says something that's just immediately uncool, where you can tell that no, this is not a character that is cool.
I disagree.
He seems like he's cool, but he's not.
I disagree.
It's all about that narcissism, and that's what works. It's the same thing with, like, he's not the first version of Skeletor to like attempt to be cool. I think that's the Mark Hamill version, but even that version, he's not cool either. Like, at least I don't think. But to be fair, I've never watched the original. Maybe in the original Skeletor is cool, but in this,
I don't know. All I know is that my frame of reference for Skeletor is the memes where it's like, remember, until we meet again. That's my knowledge of Skeletor, and this version of him by comparison is cool.
Yeah, but I think you're kind of. To be fair, you tend to miss subtle detail in character. But there's
miss subtle detail. Fuck you.
There's a lot of moments where, like, but to be fair, the movie wants to boil him down to just be like, and then it does. It's really simple.
All I know is that if I compare him to the other live action version of Skeletor that I've seen, this one's way cooler. So
I'm giving it way more depth than even the movie gives it, where the movie just straight up tells you, no, he's just evil.
No, he's just evil. He's got a skeleton for a face.
Right? He's evil for the sake of being evil, and you're like, and it's like, wow.
I appreciate that.
Jared Leto is clearly thought more of this character than the people making this movie, that I can say, because he's definitely put depth and personality into it. There's so many great subtle moments of he's doing a big speech and then he turns to Evil Lynn and he's a total dork, and it's so good. It's all the best. Like the thing that makes me go, he's a guy who thinks he's cool and he's not cool, is when he's in He-Man's mind, which again feels like a scene from a completely different movie. where he's like human resources. You're like that shit. That shit's so funny.
He's
That
he's
is
what I
not
maybe
cool.
we're having different ideas of what's cool. To me, like there's cool, like there's he. Then that's what's great about this movie, but I assume it comes from a base of the original to some degree, where it's like that's kind of the point of He-Man. Is He-Man is the masculine version of like the big, strong, tough guy version of cool, and he's cool in his own way. But Skeletor is like he's your theater kid cool,
Yeah, that's not
where it's like.
cool.
But no, it is. It can
It's
be.
not cool.
If high school musical has taught me anything,
No,
it's that
you're
the
learning
theater
the
kids
wrong lesson.
can be just
You're
as
learning
cool
no,
as
no,
the sporty kids.
never. Like to
That's
me,
the new modern day, and modern era we live in. Is everyone can be cool.
no, absolutely not, absolutely not.
I disagree.
He
He's like Loki. Loki's cool.
Nah, I wouldn't say he's anything like Loki.
I would. That's exactly who I would compare him to.
To me,
And He-Man is Thor.
to me, he thinks that basically he thinks he's the guy who yeah, that's weird. Now your audio sounds weird. I don't know. Sorry, this is gonna be a tech issue episode, I guess. He-Man or Skeletor strikes me in terms of character, the way that Jared
Or like he's Scar is the other person I would compare him to.
No. See, Jared Leto is playing this character as the theater kid is really the, but he's playing him like he thinks he's the guy with the sunglasses and the leather jacket, and he's not. He's the guy who pulls the curtains in the theater production. Whereas like, dude.
Oh no! See, that's not how I see him. I
cool at all.
I see him as like he's the guy he's in the lead role. He's the cool one.
No,
he's the one who's the center stage. That's why he's
No.
pulling all the strings and why everybody listens to him.
Absolutely not. No, that's just it. Well, that's just it. He thinks he's that guy. That's what makes this character so brilliant. That's why I do genuinely think he's the best performance in this, because
right. But that's
there's
to me
so many-
that is peak definition of what a theater kid
He's
is.
not. He thinks
He
he's that
thinks-
guy.
he thinks
but
he's
is
cool.
Not he's not that guy. That's what I said. I said he thinks he's cool, but he is not cool. That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm
saying
think the idea of him and the presentation of him in the movie is cool. I won't take that away from you. But what I'm saying is, as a character, he is not cool. He's not a cool guy. He's a loser who thinks he's cool.
I mean, all villains are bad and not cool. And
This is like he's a dork.
I think this is just we're not going to agree on this.
He's a dork. No, we do agree on it. That's what's funny. He's a dork who thinks he's cool. It's just
To me he's like textbook definition. You want to know who he is, and to me he's fucking Matthew Mercer.
No, but Matthew Mercer is cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point.
That's why
but he's not. He's not cool.
But
That's
he
the point.
is.
He's not. You find the presentation of him cool. Like there are scenes involving him that are undeniably cool, but he as a character is not cool. Like He-Man. To be fair though, I have to be fair. He-Man is also not cool. And that's kind of a problem in this, is He-Man is not cool in this movie. He does cool things.
No, He-Man is cool when he gets the power and he's
not.
in the thing. He is cool. Yes, he is, because they've done the classic Thor turns from the weak human into the magic guy from the Ultimate
But they
one.
don't. That's my point.
And when he becomes, yes, he is confident. He's not scared to go and do the things.
But he's not, especially for the first.
But it's when he's in his Prince Adam form or whatever,
No,
and
see,
they
don't do a good job of differentiating. Like when he first turned, like, and that's what I mean. All that. That's why I mean this is where me being critical of a movie comes in, where like. That's where the bits, like there's the bit where he becomes He-Man and he crashes the fucking bike into the back of the thing and he's a total goofball. Absolutely not. No, he's a dork. He-Man is a total dork until the end when it turns into the other movie and it completely, that's where I'm saying it has a total problem, where it completely clashes with itself. But no, for the good chunk of this, they don't even call him He-Man, they call him Adam for half of it. He's a total dork. Like, and then they do a gag at the end of the movie where he does the bit where and they're like, he realizes that we all know he's He-Man, right? Like they do those kinds of jokes. So no, he's both him and Skeletor are dorks in this, and it's kind of to its own. I won't deny that they do cool things, but the characters themselves are not cool. They're not cool guys. They're losers who surround themselves by cool people, but are in fact losers. Dorky loser. I can say that. I can say that. I can say that because I am a dorky loser, and I recognize my own kind, Jordan. One spots a dork. A dork can spot a dork, Jordan. You see. You understand? You understand? He gets it. He gets it. He knows what I mean. He understands. He's nodding. What you can't see is he's nodding. He's doing this.
I'm not.
He is.
I'm not nodding.
He's very specifically nodding because he gets it. He gets what I mean. They're dorks. But that's the problem. Like,
I mean, I maintain theater kids.
Yeah, dorks, total dorks.
No, some theater kids can be cool. Justin, the High School Musical taught me that.
Literally never met one. Jordan, they're all dorks.
I mean, I maybe. I mean, you're pretty cool.
I'm not, Jordan. I hate to dispel this illusion. I'm not.
I mean, you're on a podcast. That's like the coolest thing.
If I am a theater kid, I'm a dork. They're dorks. He's a dork. But like, yeah, I mean, the guy who directs this, to get back on track, he's really confident action director. All the action sequences look good. Like, there's a lot of undeniably cool shit in this movie. Like, I had a great time. I had a beloved time. I had a great time. I'm
no
coming
notes.
across as overly critical. I've gotten many notes, but
nope. I was in the exact mindset that this movie is geared towards.
I definitely get when people are like it's the Marvel thing, and I'm like, yeah, I can see it definitely.
Yeah, but I don't see that as a bad thing. So.
But it can't. There is a few.
It can
moments.
be, but it's not here. It works for this.
There are moments in this where it is. Like, particularly, I mean, to be fair, the person we were with said the same thing, but the scene where another critical thing is this movie's too long.
That I'll give you.
It needs to be 30 minutes shorter. 30 to 40 minutes shorter. It needs to be an hour 45 to 2 hours. I think an hour and a half would be too short. I think an hour 45 might be too short. But about the longest it needed to be was 2 hours. The sequence where his dad dies goes on for a fucking eternity. It's so long. I was like, I get it. You're sad. He's dying. Can we move this along, please? Come on.
For me, it was just there was a lot of the action scenes where it's like it feels like some of these could be like a minute or two shorter.
Yeah, I do agree.
And that would add up.
There's a lot of and then in the action sequences where it's like, and then he does this, and then he does this, and I was like, we could have one less and then.
We could trim the fat a little bit. It's kind of just what I'm like. You don't need to cut the scenes, but just trim them down a little bit.
Oh, and then he crash lands and he lands on top of the thing. Well, maybe he doesn't need to land on top of the thing. I'm just
he's
general,
fighting.
But you get my point.
Or like he's fighting 3 guys, and we have like 6 minutes of fighting, and it's like you could maybe just have it be like 5 minutes of fighting.
Maybe he doesn't need to fall
cut
off
out
the
one
building.
of the swings. Cut off one of the guy is attacking a little. You know, like there's certain things you can cut down, and it affects nothing.
Every computer need to be sassy. Like that just was like
No, that was fuck you. That was funny.
No, the one robot being sassy, that was funny. I mean, it's just ripping off. To be fair, you said Star Wars. Yeah, that's really just ripping off Obi-Wan. That character is just the droid from not Obi-Wan, Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Yeah, it's just ripping off.
Yeah, I had that.
Not even just Rogue One. So Rogue One and Han Solo, because Han Solo also has a sassy robot.
So.
Remember they put her in the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, are we counting the ship?
Yeah, but she was a robot before she was a ship.
What?
So she was the co-pilot.
Oh yeah, right. No, I did not remember that.
She was also
at
sassy.
All. Yeah.
It's just ripping off Star Wars. Not every robot needs to be sassy, but in this case, it was funny, and I dug it. They definitely made me go like, I do want to come back to He-Man. Because I want to,
and the Masters of the Universe.
I don't know that I want to.
Oh yeah, and then spoiler alert: the end credit scene, we get to see
He-Man, but she's a girl.
Yeah, there we go, Justin. You got it there. You got there.
She-Ra.
We saw you see She-Ra.
You see She-Ra, and she's He-Man, but she's a girl. That's the only thing I know about
She's
her.
She's Jane Foster.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You know, she's Thor, but a woman.
But a woman, even though technically she came first.
Okay, well then. Lady Jane Thor is
She-Ra.
fucking She-Ra, okay? God, you knew what I meant.
Yeah, at least I think she did. I'm pretty sure she did.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is that I'm making comparisons about things that you never noticed before.
She's a girl He-Man. She's a girl He-Man. That's all she is.
She-Ra.
That is going to make for one chaotic video, Jordan, because I checked the audio settings a bunch in it. But, yeah, that's He-Man.
And the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yeah, that was the other bit. The fact
also,
that...
the music cues are amazing, and the fact that they have a part where they even do the...
Yeah, right? That was the one I was like, this... But then again, that one was funny, and that's the moment where I'm like, oh yeah, this movie knows the kind of movie it is. But then again, there's so many moments in it that are so self-serious that it completely kind of undercuts the humor. Where you're like, yeah, it's too self-serious in moments and not serious enough in others, and you're like, this is confused. This movie is confused. But like, yeah, the fact that they had Brian May doing the freaking music is very funny.
Word 7893 says, "Is that Lil Man in the thumbnail?" Oh hell nah.
Unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately,
Lil Man?
Little Man, yeah. That's the name of the movie.
Which okay. I don't remember giving that one to you.
It is. It's bad. You did.
Oh, that one. Right. No, now I do.
Yes.
Sorry, I keep forgetting the name of it. Yeah.
Fortunately, that comes later. He-Man. But yes, no, I want to come back to this because I want to watch He-Man Revelations. I hear it's good. It looks good. There's like 3 seasons of it. Mark Hamill is Skeletor. Skeletor, you know the bit where Skeletor's like, I have the power, and it doesn't work? Well, in He-Man Revelations, it does work, and he turns into a badass version of Skeletor. That's evil and sick.
I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get a point in the movie where it was Skeletor and like He-Man is about to defeat him, and then he's like, "Until we meet again!"
Right?
And then runs down a pair of tracks.
There was a part of me that was disappointed he didn't sound a little more like the cartoon, but like the performance is so good. It genuinely is really like I mean he maybe he's because he's so thoroughly buried and you don't know that it's Jared Leto. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but he's got some like legit funny lines. Like again the whole bit where he's going through Adam's life. I cannot stress enough how much it's from a completely different movie than the rest of the movie that Skeletor is in. But it's legit funny. Like, him in his little shorts is legitimately fucking funny. But yeah. That's it. That's He-Man. Unless you have anything else you want to say about He-Man.
And the Masters of the Universe!
I really apologize for all the tech issues you just had to watch. That's it. That's the end. We're moving right along. Hey there, everybody. It's Endcard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments, have you seen He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the new one, the one that's in theaters? Have you seen it? What did you think? Let us know your thoughts down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this is from, last week's, which was Jordan's Sweet Glorious Revenge, you can click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave this video a like. That helps us out too. We'll see you next time, everybody.